Hey, why is this sub only 750 watts RMS rated, but it's also almost $400? I'm going to tell you why in a second. Let's get to the video. This way you can see it before you buy it. Okay, so the Riot from B2 Audio. The Riot is actually the entry-level woofer, and even at $399 for a 12-inch, that's entry-level because you have the Rage and the Rage XL, which is over the top. This is still a 240-ounce magnet. Now, it's rated at 750 watts RMS, a 3-inch voice coil. And you would say to yourself, well, only 750 watts RMS? Why is it so expensive? Well, keep in mind efficiency. Best way to explain it, I had a F-150 when it came out with the Eco version 6-cylinder, and the Eco was a 6-cylinder with twin turbo, but created the same amount of torque and horsepower as the V8 Coyote motor. The reason is it was efficient, less cylinders, but twin turbo. And then when you went in there and you did not even mapping or a full total dyno on it, right, and have them reprogram it, just a simple where they changed the shifting RPMs, you got almost 400 horsepower with just an exhaust and an intake and just a simple change. Now, how do you do that on a 6-cylinder over an 8? Efficiency. Same thing on the subwoofer. If you need less power to get the same output, isn't that better? Okay, so that's where you're at on this particular sub. Now, let's take a look at it. This is the dual 4-ohm. Okay, so we got a box, another box, and we get to the inner box. Okay, so all the product comes with a B2 Audio sticker, and we've been trying to throw swag in with each order, especially as we're relaunching the brand. Okay, so Riot 12 is sealed box is recommended 0.6. So here we go about efficiency. You only need 0.6 sealed as a recommendation. Now, ported, and they have a ported compact, which is 38 hertz, 1.23 cubes, and then they have a larger ported recommended 1.76 cubes. Still very efficient. Okay, the Riot 12, 750 watts RMS, 1500 watts max, but we'll take more than that. All the product is well underrated. FS is 30.4 hertz. Okay, so displacement of this actual woofer is 19.19 cubic feet. So you get this in there. Also, get this on top. Pretty sturdy. Whoop. Okay, now to get this thing out, because it's still pretty beefy for a 750 watt RMS sub. Okay, here we go. All right, so inside was another type where the magnet sits in. So this thing will ship pretty good. Alrighty then. If you haven't done it yet, please hit that like button. Comments, good and bad, are great, and subscribers, but it's all about the likes. That also helps push the video out further. We push these videos out on multiple platforms, so they're just spread out. So more the merrier. Okay, so let's put this up here. Okay. There she is. Now, there's a few things you don't normally expect out of a 750 watt RMS subwoofer, but you do expect out of a $399 subwoofer. Let me go ahead and turn on the Big Jeff cam.
Big Jeff cam activated.
Okay, perfect. So, first thing we notice, push terminals, that's nothing new. Would have liked a bigger one, maybe more 8 gauge, but that is a solid 12 for sure. We have single tinsel leads, but they are thick. I got a big finger, obviously. I've had a lot of these posts talk about my sausage fingers, but you can tell that's a pretty thick tinsel lead. And then they have the red spider which has got some good play in it. I think the excursion is going to be incredible on it. We're going to see that later. But then you also have the screw down ring for the spider. Okay, so now let's go a little deeper. What you are seeing is a copper coil. And it's fully exposed. What does that mean? Well, so far what I've seen is more airflow to cool this thing down very quickly. And then let's look underneath. You have venting holes underneath. And you can actually see through them, which you can't with the camera, and see the coil. So there is plenty of air. I know you would think this is a hard sell just because of the price, but I'm not going to talk about other companies and their products and compare it. Obviously, we sell multiple brands, but I can tell you this is definitely comparable to a bunch others that say they take more power, but the way this is built. So we have double red and white stitching on top, a big high surround, dust cap's pretty strong. I like how they did, if you're gonna invert this, they have the B2 logo, which is there. So they have the B2 logo all the way around. So I like that. This thing has definitely got some movement. Okay, so here's another quality fact. Everything we've tested so far, and from the people that have commented and posted from years ago when some of this product was there, man, just believe in this product and it lasts and it sounds really good. People ask, does all bass sound the same? No. For instance, listen to home audio, a real system, that subwoofer sounds incredible. Like you can't even tell where it's coming from. It's just an ambient sound. Car audio, yeah, I do think there's a difference in sound and bass. What makes that different? Well, it's the parts. And again, I'm not an engineer, but the gap, the coil, which magnet they're using, all that plays into effect. So this is the Riot B2 Audio. Hands down, I think it's a top-notch speaker. Sensitivity is 89.4 dB. Frequency range goes down to 10 hertz up to 500 hertz. Let's do this. I want to get this thing flexing. We do have, you can see in the back corner here, something we built so we can put woofers in there. I'm going to do that next. We'll be right back. Okay. So we have the Riot sub in here. And I want you to see, we're going to do a flex test. I have also over here hooked up the Rage Mini 1000. And we've shown that all the amps are way underrated, but even so, we're going to go ahead and use this on that speaker. Now, before I was talking about why is the speaker so expensive? Well, there's a few things we didn't go over. One, that has a 10-inch spider. That's a huge spider, okay? And it has a custom tooled motor. Basically, the drilling, not just for the vents, but also there's a full hole that goes all the way up for the coil, and that is custom. We already showed you the custom tooling for the basket that has the B2 logos on it. So there is a bunch of other reasons that make this thing efficient. Rating was turned down years ago is what I was told, because originally rated at over double. People were pushing it double of that, and that was an issue. But it's a 240 ounce magnet that you only need to give 750 watts RMS to do its job. And it will definitely take more than that. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. I want you to watch this subwoofer. Okay, so we're going to do a sine wave here, and I'm going to show you. We have some multiple views on the subwoofer, and right now this amp is not even quarter gain, and I'm not even able to get past halfway before this thing is about to pop out. That's how efficient this woofer is. Here we go. Okay, that was insane. So much flex going on there. Total amount of excursion, and this thing was jumping out of here. Again, I wanted to tell you I don't feel any heat. That amp there was at a quarter gain, and I couldn't even get past 10 on our radio, which normally clipping is about 32. Very efficient, tons of movement of air, and that's what it's about. So we talked about a upgraded spider, tooling on the actual basket, tooling on the motor itself. Man, these are all the things that would make this subwoofer what it is. And I was doing this with this little tiny Rage Mini 1000, which is 1000 watts of 1 ohm. And we didn't even have it turned up. It is tiny, as you can see. We're going to do a video on that hopefully next. So there you are. That is the Riot 12. You can get a dual 2 or a dual 4. It is a version 2. That thing is super efficient. It does not need much power. I would say 1000 watts RMS to each will blow your mind. And man, you saw that thing move. Hey, I'm Big Jeff, also from B2 Audio USA, doing another little open box for you. This is how we do it, so you can see it, hopefully hear it before you buy it. I'll see you on the next video. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know what we do, what we don't do, what we should do, and I'll see you on the next one.